The world, yes. There was a nice little sign there that I kind of wanted to read. That's possible. No. This could be a lot of places. Northern Hemisphere, I guess. Time is running out. Repent or perish. Okay, I guess we're in the United States. What the hell? That's fantastic. Norway, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have to be United States, of course. But that seems very very American thing to say. Drive down the road. Yeah, my sleep is getting high. We need to refuel. We need to rest. And we only got a certain time to beat this. I'm trying to get closer, but so small steps. Something Wranglers. Snoozy Reyes Wranglers. Some horse taming stuff or something. Shuby River Wranglers. Shuby River. Wherever that is. Does this say Philadelphia Road? Phillips Road. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we're in the States. Pretty far north. Or what did it say? Shuby? No, it says something else that was a river or something. Okay, this is good. But these doesn't look anything like the signs we've seen before. Yeah, I don't know what these are. What the heck? Old Barns, Truro. Canadian, maybe? Windsor? What the heck? Maitland. Upper Stuaga. It almost feels like New Zealand or something, but they have left-hand driving, right? Look for old barns on the map. Yes, let's just open the map and look for the old barns. But this looks American, these do they? Maximum 80, I guess they do. I mean, there are a lot of odd sounding places in USA as well. But I feel like those we saw there doesn't have that cling of like old Native American names. Could be Alaska, I guess. So Canada or Alaska, I would say. And this is kind of what I'm fearing if we ever play American Truck Simulator. Just a lot of long stretches of road with not a lot of things happening. I mean, we got some greenery here. I'm fearing more 80. That's fast in miles per hour. It is. You are correct about that. That's a good catch. Didn't even think about that. But you are very correct about that. So Canada then. And that explains why the road numbers looked slightly different as well. Yeah. I'm getting Western Canada vibes from these houses. As if I know what I'm talking about. Look for Windsor. Yeah. And we did get a couple of street names, road names as well, I guess. Let's see if we can find something else here. Yeah, there's like nothing. Alright, let's see if we can just quickly find something called... So yeah, some of the... I feel like some of the names of the cities were sounding more in line with these names. Slightly Inuit or whatever. But I mean, if we zoom in even more, it's going to be annoying trying to find one damn city. Although no cities in the middle here. Yeah, this is not going to work just scanning over for one particular city. Yeah, this is not going to work. We need some more information here. And I guess we don't know for a fact that we're in Canada, but I would think so. It fits the environment as well. Okay, did I say west? I meant east. Oh no, poor birds. Look away. I actually meant east. I'm thinking... What the fuck is that? Nova Scotia is what I'm thinking. I enjoy watching the TV show The Curse of Oak Island. And that should be around here somewhere. Is that it? The shape is almost correct. But yeah, that looks kind of like that. And I'm also thinking of the TV show... I cannot remember what that's called. Probably 10 years ago or something. I never finished it either. It's about a woman cop returning to her hometown, which is a seaside... either American or Canadian small town. with houses in this vein. Obviously, it's more of a town feeling in that one. That's a pretty good show. I kind of want to rewatch it, if I ever remember what it's called. Well, this was a tough first one. I don't think we're anywhere close to the sea, though. It's too lush forest for that. But yeah, these stretches of road, it's kind of... Maybe if we would have gone the other way. I could turn back to the starting point and just head the other way. But who knows? We're heading east now at least, so there's something. It's not a New Zealand show. I guess it's an American show, but it might take place in either Alaska, Canada, or southeastern United States. Could be southwestern, northern parts as well. What is it called? Can't remember what it's called. It's slightly supernatural elements to it. She kind of discovers that she has some powers returning back. Can't believe I can't remember what it's called. The guy who plays the boyfriend of the daughter in 6 Feet Under is the second lead in the show. This is... Come on, give us something. There's nothing here. I guess I should just put... I think we might be out in the wilderness. Emergence. Nope, that's not it. But it is, if I recall correctly, it's just like one word or something. Continuum. Nope. Curse of Oak Island was fun, but I haven't watched for a long time. Yeah, I think it's interesting still. There's a new season starting probably this week or next week. Might have actually aired or, well, usually Wednesdays, I think. I don't want to just put a marker down in the middle of nowhere in potentially Canada, because it's such a big place. We might get 1 point. But there are literally no fucking information anywhere. Maybe I should head back to our starting point. We can look at the signs again, because those were kind of close. I was just hoping, you know, now we've come this far. If I turn back now, it's gonna be 2 clicks away. Go back to start, yeah. 5 more clicks here, let's see if we can see anything showing up. How far away can we go? We can actually go pretty far. But yeah, this road is taking us nowhere. Well, here's something. Fundy compost. Wholesale yard dump ducks and bollocks. Can we get closer? Oh? Yeah, I think the road numbers were pretty close to where we started, so heading back could be good, but now we're starting to see some things, you know? Oh my god. Yeah, fuck. I could also go the other way. But we know for a fact we do have some signs up here. It's not gonna help me too much though, but maybe if we see the road signs and we agree upon Canada, that could help us a little bit. Might have skipped by them. I don't think so. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got Brookfield, Old Barnes, and Truro. And we're driving on 289 east. Okay, we got brown numbers here. 289. There's no system. I feel like. Oh. Wait, are we in the wrong country now? Yeah, okay. Where are all the brown signs at? Come on. Wait. Was I zoomed in before? Not this far though. Try West Canada. Why can't I find the brown road signs anymore? I'm not getting any road signs at all here. What the hell? The very place I was just randomly zoomed in on. I guess it was Nova Scotia, I think. Okay, here we go. So we need to be pretty zoomed in. What number did I say? 289. So we got 220, 360. 289, is that what we said? My memory, it's very short. 289 east. But this might stretch across the entire country. You never know. And it might go into a different road and continue someplace else. Pikachu? No. It kind of ends here. And we don't recognize any of these at all. Brookfield, did you see that? Truro was on there, are you kidding me? Or are you talking about the sign? It is easy to miss stuff when you're just... And you know, the cities that are on the signs, they might be very far away from the road we're driving at. Or on. Brookfield was a thing, right? So let's see. Straight up ahead should also be 102, if that's a road. Okay, it connects to 102. So we're driving on 102, we're driving east, we're driving on this road. Okay, we're getting closer here. Ooh, Shuby River Wranglers! Woohoo! We didn't cross a river though, did we? I cannot remember doing that. So I guess we started here somewhere. So I guess if we would have turned west, we would have driven across a river. So yeah. Shuben Cady River. Alright, let's plump it down right about there. That's pretty good. Some nice little detective work right there. It was on the map where you zoomed out. Alright, really. Yeah, it's easy to miss. There's so many places to scan. And hello, Terramar. Well, could be anywhere. Also slightly northern regions. So we can read Kartanuti. Well, that doesn't really help me, I gotta say. Northern Europe, most likely. Or some of the Baltic countries. Let's see if we can read this sign. No. Okay. We need to find our way out of this little village here. $40 in this area seems reasonable. Why have they centered these? That's kind of annoying because I could easily tell if these were Swedish if that wasn't censored. I guess this one will... Okay, we're in Finland. Presumably. I feel like sometimes Estonia kind of sounds like Finnish, but I'm pretty sure this is Finland. Norway. You're trying to get me to Norway. What the hell? I guess I haven't visited... Well, we have been to Norway in Euro Trucker, right? It's Finland that I haven't been to, so, well, this is our chance. Need a little bit more information, though. I mean, it's the Finnish colors, but there's also some red right there, making it seem Russian. So it could be someplace close to Russia, eastern part of Finland. How did Suomi get translated into Finland? That's a good question. The road signs look like Norway. Well, that's what I'm saying. All the Scandinavian countries have very similar road signs for these general markers. But this doesn't sound Finnish at all. And we haven't seen any Swedish names or anything like that. A lot of places in Finland actually has Swedish translation as well as the Finnish. Did I say a lot of places? That might not be true. Some places at least. I don't know where we came from, but this is probably good. Man, we've been getting a couple of places here where we don't really get any information from road signs or shops or anything. I'm getting some small clues here and there. Okay, here we go. Keskusta. Kaukavannio. Perfect pronunciation. Amazing. I think these are just parts of a city. I don't think these are pointing to towns or cities, but maybe they actually do. This is where having driven in Finland in Euro Trucker could have helped me. Then I wouldn't know if these are actually pointing to So just interesting how they're... I'm assuming that this has been censored to not be able to use .fi or SU. I don't know what they have for the ending. and also the things, but sometimes it does show up still. So yeah, for instance, this would not be a Swedish version of this. It looks slightly different. I'm assuming, I actually think these are pointing us to cities. They look very much like just city parts on Swedish signs. I don't remember a single word of those. Rantakasteli. Should be easy to find. So my prediction is that it's going to be slightly east. That could be true. Rantakasteli. Yeah, it's going to be too hard to get any information. Anyone see Rantakasteli? I don't. And my... Yeah, so you see, you get way more Swedish sounding cities over here, to some extent, along the coast at least, so... Well, still we need more information, god damn it. It's been a couple of rough ones, but we did find the previous one after a while. No road numbers, yeah. Yeah, so that might mean, yeah, so look at this. Now we got a local marker here for the hospital, I think it was. So yeah, these are probably just city parts. So it is probably the same way as in Sweden. It seems like. So we need to find a real road sign. Which has been hard. It feels like I'm playing Euro Truck right now. Maybe I should bring out my wheel for this. That could work. Hitting the gas pedal, bring us forward. Yeah, that could work. And then turn with the wheel. Okay, finally a sign. Let's see, north, the E8 and E75, leading to Kemi. I've already forgot, E8 and E75 numbers, they're hard to remember. E8, we can actually see them right there. E75, north. Okay, E75 comes from here, alright. Now the detective work begins. Okay, all the way down to Helsinki. I'm assuming that Kemi would be... It might not be on the road itself. So I guess we should look for E8 as well, because they should be kind of overlapping for a bit, right? We're not getting any more information. Wow, this goes through the entire country, it seems like. So now we got 4. That's good. We're seeing 4. We're seeing 4 as well. So those are overlapping at least. Right here. Any more information? No. And it continues on. And it's now no longer 4, it seems like. So it's got to be on this stretch of road then. We can look for Kajani south of wherever we're... But those might be very small. And wait, we're not on this road, but we're turning onto it, right? Yeah. Okay, the 4 only shows up when you zoom in a little bit, so we're still... Oh god. Yeah, if I turn left, so south, we're coming in from the east somewhere, and we could turn it onto the 75 and the 4 when they're overlapping. So that's kind of why I'm looking along this stretch of road where they're overlapping. And then the E75 continues on, but there is no 4 anymore. So we kind of nailed it down to some of these parts. Well, we're kind of on the right stretch of road here, so I guess we haven't seen any water. Really. I'm just putting a marker right here. Should be in the right section somewhere. Nope. What? Excuse me? I mean, we're that far away, but we're still getting pretty decent points. So... Well, I guess I got a little bit fooled by the road signs then. I thought we were turning onto the E75. It was the E8 and E75, I guess. So maybe the E8 leads to the E75. Yeah, okay. So it's not always quite that literal. And it was not actually the eastern parts as I thought, but slightly more north. Yeah, alright. That was a rough one. Okay. Palm trees-ish, but still very dry. First impression. Okay, we're in the States. There's a basketball hoop. Phoenix? Somewhere? New Mexico? Yep. Man, we've been in North America a couple of times today. Not necessarily, Were we actually in Canada before? Yeah, we found that place. That was the first one on this trip, I think. Speed limit 35, yeah. Okay, let us see what we can see here. Fire station. Oh, that seems very temporary. Or maybe not. Not a lot of information to go on. Hope to play this against you sometime. Community games with the followers. Yeah, we can probably make that happen. That's probably more likely than playing the Euro Truck. So we'll see. Although I'm probably not gonna put this game on a schedule. This feels like a game I might play when PUBG is fucking up or something like that. We'll see. Got a big satellite dish. 2 of them. I'm thinking Arizona all of a sudden. Yeah. Once again, we're not getting a lot of good signs along the road. Area 51. Well, then we're in New Mexico, right? But yeah, I mean, that's whereabouts, it seems like. It's not that deserty, though. It's dry, but it's not that insane. Also, I don't remember seeing palm trees in... Well, obviously the states are pretty big, so, you know... Come on, just give us something to go on here. I actually noticed that I'm getting quite a few skipped frames. Is the audio syncing up or is it bad? Do you need to refresh the page? Kind of a little bit above. I know that this game is actually kind of taxing. It's loading in a lot of information over and over. Come on, we just need to find a slightly bigger road. Okay, this seems maybe good. Very flat. Yeah, even more proof. Seems like a nice looking neighborhood. And the problem is wherever we go and we kind of start getting signs, I gotta remember that we've actually traveled quite far west of our point. I mean, all the yards seem pretty... Yeah, there's a lot of stuff growing, actually. But obviously they're watering their the grass and the bushes. But there are still some trees around. So I don't think they've got too many seasons here, right? I think some of these trees looks like it's about to become fall, but I think they're probably more dried out than seasonal changing, right? Could be wrong about that. I'm no fucking gardener. Well, I'm about to make a guess of how this is gonna go horribly wrong. I think we can kind of figure out how far south we're gonna have to go here. Is this a golf course? I think it is. That could be good if there is a sign for the golf course. Probably not gonna be easy to find it though. Could also just be a regular park. Looks like a bunker though. Riverbend Country Club. Okay, I think it is a golf course. So, could this society be called Riverbend? Maybe not. Maybe because it's just close to the river, you know? Let's see if we can get one single sign to potentially give us any clues. Could be some information here. Sotheby's. Oh, Florida. Well, yeah. Because this is his office right here, and that is his address. He could have offices all over the country, of course. If it would have said Sotheby's, Florida, well, that might not have been a clue. But since it's his name, And this is his IP address or whatever it is. Telephone number, maybe. Okay, so still gonna be quite far off without any better clues. Just a road number could help us out quite a bit. Crystal River, maybe we have some river bend here as well. Let's see, we're driving south now, it doesn't really help us, we haven't seen the ocean really. Water. Yeah. I did not expect it to be Florida, to be honest. I thought Florida wasn't this dry. Might be fooled by his email address there, or his webpage. Wait, wait, wait. Go back. Back. Wait. Village of Tequesta. That's probably not gonna help me too much. There was something here. Wait. Oh, here we go. Leaving Martin County. Oh, the county is marked. I don't think they are. Let's see if we zoom out. No. The quest continues. And now we're just heading into another village. Well, I'm gonna have to take a qualified guess here. So, I said that it looked dry, which is potentially true for a lot of parts of Florida, right? Everglades should not be it, at least. Are palm trees necessarily a sign of coastal area? I don't know. They could be planted, all of them as well, so... I guess we're putting it down in the middle to make sure we're not too far away. Oh, we were actually all the way out by the coast. I'm a little bit surprised by the dryness, but I guess it's... yeah, might have been a... Tequesta. Alright, there it is. Drove all the way over there. And we were at the Riverbend County Club as well. Country Club, sorry. Pretty good score. Community Center. Entrance. USA, Part 7. More palm trees, god damn it. Heavy trade vehicles prohibited, shopper's car park, alright. This looks like a main road. Let's see if we can go down this. Otahuhu Bakehouse. This for less. I'm not sure how the gas stations... Maybe some states have a certain type of gas station. Maybe that could be a clue for you. The Great South Road. Wait, Otahuhu. We see that again. We saw that before as well. I think the town might be called Otahuhu. I think that's it, because we saw another business called something, I thought it was just called Otahuhu Business. That's a good name. Matariki. Does it say Spice Invader? Cyberspace Invader. Spice Invader. Okay, that's probably a word pun. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This doesn't look very American though. Or does it? Wrong side of the road. Oh, you are correct. Can't believe I didn't notice that. So... Australia, maybe? New Zealand? I feel like the names might suggest, well, could be either one, I guess. Samoa. Nixon? I'm getting mixed signals here. Middlestone Airport. Where did you see that? What the heck? I missed that. I don't know what those flags are. Yeah, we're gonna continue down the main street here. Man, these have been a couple of rough ones in this try. Sometimes you just get lucky with some information quite soon. I mean, we have some information. English-speaking country, driving on the left side of the road. And we might have Utukaka or whatever it's called. So I thought it might be like Hawaii for a little while. But New Zealand, I feel like some of those names could be it. And it's a little bit too rainy for Australia, I think. It's not really rainy, you know, but still. Wow, we just went flying by that sign. Papatuete. Otara Manukau. Nelson, we saw something called Titicaca, it's kind of close, some of these. I think we're doing a guess here. Do we see a road number here, actually? Road 3. Road 1 goes everywhere. Then we got 6. And those are sort of the same symbols, right? It's white. Don't know how important that is. Might be very important. I mean, red, white. It's pretty close. It is pretty close. Manutahi, was that the one we saw? No, Otakeo. Was that it? It's kind of close. I don't think it's exactly that, but it might have been. There's no cities really here. Well, I think we're here somewhere. Road 3 actually goes all the way up here as well. Oh. Tongapukututu. And this might not be the road 3 we're looking for at all. Well, this is gonna be close enough somewhere, so I'm thinking, yeah. So we're in Auckland, basically. And the city part was called Otahuhu. Alright, that's decent. Still pretty decent points. Alright, last one of the day. Good start. Cancelo de San Sadruninho. Some Spanish sounding thing. I feel like we're gonna be stuck here on the countryside for a while. It's a cozy little village. Mixed landscape. Brazil. I think we need to see some more signs. I'm very bad at Spanish and Portuguese, but potentially I could spot the difference. Oh, this is not looking good for us, this little road. Oh no. Well. Well, might be something up here. Almost looks like a road. Jesus Christ, it's very small roads though. I pass the sign. Yeah, hard to tell. And I feel like we're not in South America. I feel like we're either in Spain or Portugal, I would say. But then again, it's kind of wintry trees, so that should suggest that we're in southern part of South America. Because there's a lot of pine trees and stuff like that. Hmm. Alright, we found a main road at least. That's something. Is that the speed limit? Or is that the road we're on? I think that might be the speed limit. So that might be a clue for someone who has traveled the world. Deputación da Corona. Those are some nice... Oh, those balloons or flowers? I think those are flowers. I feel like the house design is very European though. That's why I said European rather than South American before. Silvalonia. Doesn't tell me too much. Okay, those are the speed limits, but the 41 might have been because we entered a village, if that was the speed limit. Well, once again, we're just clicking our way and not getting not any big clues. I haven't even looked what side of the road we're driving on, but I think all of the countries that are included in our potential list here are driving on the right-hand side. The view here looks very, very vast though, and somewhat mountainous. It's really hard to tell scale. I mean... It's not good when we can't even pinpoint the... which part of the world we're in. What continent? I can't believe there's so few signs on these roads. I mean, obviously we're not traveling that far, I guess. So when you're actually driving on a road, you're moving with quite some speed, so it probably doesn't feel that long in between the signs. We got some signs up here. Penella. That's not gonna help me either. Gunduriz. Now I'm starting to lean potentially towards Brazil, actually. Man. Okay, we got a couple of signs here, but that's just for local stuff, right? Yeah. Capella da Portella, Pinheiros. Well, I can't really tell if these are Spanish or Portuguese. I have no idea. But all the signs are pointing towards this place. That seems not to be a big road at all. Oh no. Oh, which way did we come from? I don't know. I think we came from this way. Alright, a couple of more clicks here, but then we're gonna have to make a very dangerous guess here. Because the nature, the trees and all that, it looks very similar to the nature we got here in Sweden. So that's why I'm thinking it shouldn't be Spain or Portugal itself, rather than South America then. So as far south as Sweden is far north. It's a pretty place though. But yeah, we can probably click around for 2 hours without getting to any concrete information here. Oh, this is gonna be the most of the guessing we've done today. Other than the ones where we were just stuck in the middle of nowhere and couldn't move. Okay, there is some type of something up here. I like the design of the house. These are really nice looking. Okay, a little society here. I feel like it looks so damn European. I got some nice looking houses here. Well, what are we thinking? San Sadurniño. That's gotta be the city, or it could be the county or something like that, so that might not give us that much information. Zero kilometers per hour. That's good. That is good. San Sadurniño. This is gonna be rough. Yeah, I feel like the nature shouldn't be looking like that over here. That's my quality guess. And Brazil, probably not. This is way too close. I think we're all the way down. Maybe in Chile? Let's just look at a couple of the names here. Helsingfors. What the heck? Guess it could be Argentina as well. Maybe not that far. Well. Alright, I'm putting a marker down here. We might be in the very wrong part of the world, but let's see. Indeed we were. I'm very surprised by the trees they have here. It's very surprising. That is very surprising. Maybe it's really cold here. I guess, yeah. Especially since we're on the coast. And I guess they're not getting too much of the Gulf Stream. I think it goes all the way up here. So I guess it's kind of cold along the coast. Even if they're so far south. So yeah, the warmer places are probably the ones that are having coast towards the Mediterranean, right? Yeah, that's good to know for future reference. So it was Spanish we saw on the signs. And so annoying when you're actually kind of close to the water, a big ocean. It wouldn't have helped us too much because we wouldn't have known which ocean it was. But we never saw the ocean. Wherever we looked, we just saw vast land masses. So 2 points though. That's pretty good. Well done, you've gained a new title. You're now a tourist. Perfect. So, which one? This one we kind of nailed. That was insane. And what else did we do? We had the Finland. It wasn't that close. We were in the right section though. The Florida one, we kind of guessed. Gave us some amount of points. And then the New Zealand was pretty decent as well. And this one was pretty bad. And no sign to cities. Yeah, that was rough. But I guess I should have trusted my... I mean, I gave up mixed signals because I said that the houses looked European. And I thought about the trees could look like that. And I think the reason why they have like wintry trees like that is, like I said, the ocean is coming in with some cold weather. So I think it's actually colder than you expect compared to this side of Spain. I think that's how it might work. Don't know if they do get the Gulf Stream. No, I think it goes way too far north. So maybe even the opposite. Maybe the warm water is going up here and the cold is passing by this way down. I'm no fucking expert in that. But hey, this was fun.